Welcome to Food Stories, the show that gives you the story behind some of the world's most popular and beloved food. We'll also serve you with simple recipes, fun facts, and tips in cooking and preparing these food favorites. So what are you waiting for? Let's delve deeper as we tickle your brains and taste buds. This is Food Stories. Pies. The pie is a baked dish which is made of a pastry dough that serves as a casing or a crust and has an internal filling which can either be sweet or savory. Pies can trace their origin to the start of the transition from hunter-forager societies to that of an agricultural one. When early people learned how to bake grains, a new type of portable food was invented. Evidence suggests that this early type of baked food with filling may have been the precursor to pies. One of the first mentions for a type of pie casing can be found in the first Roman cookbook called Apicus. In medieval Europe, a type of pastry-shaped food casing was made from dough. The box-shaped pastry crust was called coffins, and the open-top crusts were called traps. The first mention of the word pie actually came in the 12th century in England. Eventually, the first American pilgrims came to the new land and brought with them the recipe for pie. Utilizing the new ingredients that are indigenous to America, they made the first truly American pies, which are the basis for most of the pies that we enjoy today. Here's a quick pie recipe that you can try at home. You will need 1 store-bought pie crust for a 9-inch or 23-centimeter pan, 6 apples thinly sliced, 3/4 cup sugar, 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour, 3/4 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon ground nutmeg, 1 tablespoon lemon juice. Start by preheating the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 218 degrees Celsius. Take your pie crust and lay it flat on the round baking dish. After that, combine the filling ingredients in a large mixing bowl. Next, take a spoon and spread the filling evenly over the pie crust. Take another sheet of pie crust and make a top layer over the apple filling. Use a small knife to make slits in the top layer. Next, take the pie and place in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes. Then let it cool, then serve. Fun fact: pie eating is a staple category in food eating contests around the world. Currently, the world record for apple pie eating is 9 pounds 8 ounces of apple pie, which was consumed in a mere 6 minutes by Jamie the Bear McDonald. Pickles. Pickles are cucumbers that are fermented by soaking in a brine or vinegar solution. This gives the pickle its distinct sour flavor. Traditionally, cucumbers are used as main ingredients, but other types of food, such as eggs and vegetables, may be pickled as well. The word pickle comes from the Dutch term pekkel, and also from the German term pokkel. Both terms roughly translate to brine. The pickle-making process was a necessary step in the evolution of early societies, as it was considered one of the first food preservation methods. Pickles were also one of the foods that made longer travels possible, because travelers can now take with them food that has a longer shelf life. Pickles were one of the staple foods of the Jewish peoples living in Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania, and Russia. They would make pickles and store them later to consume during the long weeks of winter until new crops are able to grow again. In the 1900s, Jewish immigrants to America brought the pickle recipe to New York. The food caught on and became a staple in New York City street food carts. Eventually, the invention of the mason jars during the 1900s also helped foods like the pickle become commercial retail products because they are now easier to store and transport. That's the reason why the pickles of today come in a jar. Here's a simple and flavorful pickle recipe that you can try at home. You will need 1/2 cup water, 1 1/4 cup white vinegar, 1 tablespoon sugar, 1 tablespoon sea salt, 4 cups cucumber spears, 2 cloves garlic, whole, 2 heads fresh dill. You will also need a jar with a lid. First, combine the water, vinegar, sugar, and salt in a saucepan and bring it to a boil. Next, take your jar and place the cucumber, garlic, and dill inside. Take the brine mixture and pour it over the jar, making sure that everything inside is properly submerged. Next, close the jar with an airtight lid and place it in the fridge for about 3 days. You can eat the pickles alone or serve it as a condiment or side dish. Fun fact: in Mississippi, pickles are dipped in Kool-Aid juice and served as a sweet sour snack for kids. Hot dogs. The hot dog is a cooked sausage which is traditionally grilled or steamed. It is usually served in a sliced bun, along with condiments such as mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise, cheese, and the like. The hot dog as we know it is largely an American product, but its origins can be traced to sausages from Germany, like the Frankfurter, a pork sausage named after the German city of Frankfurt, and the Wiener, another pork sausage named after the German name for Vienna. These sausages were brought to America by the first wave of Polish and German Jewish immigrants in the early 1900s. Then, as time progressed, the combination of the sausage and the bun emerged. Several people claim to have invented this type of food, including Anton Ludwig Feuchtwanger, who served sausage rolls in St. Louis. Harry M. Stevens, who claims to have invented Dachshund sausages, which was later shortened to hot dog. Early on, the association of the sausage to the term hot dog was quite popular, although nobody is really sure who exactly came up with the term. Today, modern hot dogs are mass-produced and manufactured as ready-to-cook food. In most parts of the world, hot dogs are considered as fast food, especially evident in busy cities where there are hot dog stands in the streets. You too can enjoy a nice hot dog sandwich at home. Just follow this quick recipe. You will need 1 hot dog, 1 hot dog bun, 1 small tomato sliced, 1 lettuce leaf, ketchup, mayonnaise, cheese. First, take your hot dog and make 3 slanted cuts on one side. Place the hot dog on a grill and cook at medium heat for around 5 minutes or until the cuts of the hot dog start to open up. Next, place the hot dog bun on the grill and lightly toast it. Once that's done, assemble the sandwich by placing the hot dog and slices of tomato, lettuce, and cheese in the bun. Then top it all off with the condiments. Fun fact: The store 7-Eleven sells the most number of hot dogs around the world. According to the data, 7-Eleven sells as much as 100 million hot dogs every year. Fritters. The fritter is a deep-fried food that is covered in batter. The type of fritter would depend on the main ingredient that is dipped in batter. For example, apple fritters contain apples, and chicken fritters contain chicken. Fritters can therefore be considered as a type of food category on its own. The word fritter comes from the Latin term frittura, which means something that is fried, and the term frigere, which is a verb that means to fry. The first historical record for the term fritter can be found in the diary of English Parliament member Samuel Pepys, which he wrote in 1665. Nobody is really sure who invented fritters, as there are many cultures around the world who enjoy deep-fried battered delicacies that closely resemble a fritter. It is suggested that deep-frying foods dipped in a batter may be as old as the discovery of the deep-frying cooking method itself. According to studies, the deep-frying cooking method is as old as 7,000 years old, although deep-frying cooking equipment were a recent invention of the 1900s. Fritters are known by different names in various cultures around the world. Try this familiar fritter favorite at home: the apple fritter. To make apple fritters, you will need 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1/3 cup milk, 1 egg, 1 cup chopped apple, 1 1/2 cup pancake mix, and cooking oil for deep frying. Start by mixing your pancake mix with the egg and milk. Beat the mix until it is thick and fluffy. Add in the apple slices and the cinnamon, then mix well. Heat a pan and fill it with cooking oil. When the oil is hot, scoop in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of apple batter and form a circular mass in the pan. Deep fry until golden brown, then drain excess oil. Continue the last step until all the apple batter is fried. When done, place the apple fritters on a serving dish and top with a coating of powdered sugar. Fun fact: in the US and some parts of the world, every 2nd of December is unofficially celebrated as National Fritter Day. Meringue. Meringue is a type of dessert that is made from whipped egg whites or chickpea brine that is mixed with sugar. Meringues are characterized as a light, airy, and sweet type of confection. The meringue is often associated with French, Swiss, and Italian cuisine. The meringue is said to be first made in the Swiss village of Meringue and was subsequently improved by an Italian chef by the name of Gasparini. Another theory claims that meringue is of French origin. The first meringue recipe appears in a 1692 cookbook written by François Massielot. The meringue gets its unique texture and appearance from beaten egg whites. When the egg whites are beaten, the hydrogen bonds in the egg white proteins break and denature, which leads to a stiff consistency. The pastry bag piping method was introduced by Antonin Carême, who is considered as one of the first internationally renowned chefs because of his contribution to culinary arts. Want to try making meringue at home? Check out the simple recipe. You will need 4 large organic egg whites at room temperature, 1/2 cup caster sugar, 1/2 cup confectioner's sugar. To start, take your 4 eggs and place them in a mixing bowl. You can use a hand whisk or an electrical mixer to beat the egg whites until they are stiff and resemble fluffy clouds. Next, slowly add the caster sugar and continue beating for 3 to 4 seconds in between each addition. After that, sift the confectioner's sugar just about a third at a time. Use a big spatula to fold it in until the mixture looks smooth and billowy. Preheat your oven to 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Place spoonfuls of the mixture on a baking sheet, leaving spaces on the sides of each. Then bake for 1 hour and 15 minutes. When cooked, let it cool, then serve. Tip: when making meringue, it is important to remember to add the sugar slowly at a time. Too much sugar may break down the consistency of the meringue, making them weep. That is, not form completely and break down when baking. Salad. Salad is a dish that consists of small bite-sized pieces of food that is mixed with a sauce or a dressing. The usual ingredients of a salad includes fruits, vegetables, cheese, meat, eggs, and grains. But more often than not, salads use a base of green leafy vegetables. The word salad comes from the French term salade, and also from the Latin term salata, which means salty. While the English term salad was first used in the 14th century. Ancient Romans and Greeks were one of the first people to make salads. They usually prepare their vegetables with a seasoning of brine, or a salty vinegar mix. That is why salads were named after the Latin term for salty. Although any mixture of small bits of food may be considered as a salad, it was the US who popularized green salads or vegetable salads around the 19th century. There are quite a number of salad variations. Most of them are named after their specific main ingredient. In the early 20th century, the rise of the fast food chains introduced salad as a fast food menu, with the invention of the salad bar. Here's a really easy salad recipe that you can try at home. You will need 2 cooked chicken breasts, 2 cloves of garlic grated, lettuce, tomatoes diced, cucumber diced, olive oil, Italian salad dressing, mayonnaise, ketchup, and salt. First, chop the chicken breast into small bite-sized cubes. Next, take all your vegetables and slice them into small manageable pieces. Mix the condiments with the Italian dressing and place them in a small bowl or container. You may choose to serve the ingredients separate or combined with the salad dressing. Add salt and pepper to taste. Fun fact: Waldorf salad is a popular salad recipe made from apples, celery, walnuts, and mayonnaise. Its name comes from the Waldorf Hotel in New York City, where the salad was first served in the 1890s. Sushi. The sushi is a type of Japanese food that consists of a cooked vinegared rice called sushi meshi and a topping or filling ingredient which is usually made of raw fish, vegetables, fruit, or a combination of the three. Sushi making first began in the Southeast Asian region around the 8th century. Originally, the fish was placed in fermented rice as a preservation method. It wasn't until the Muromachi era, around the 1300s, when people started eating the fish and the fermented rice all together. Then, during the Edo period, around the 1600s, vinegar was substituted as an ingredient for the naturally fermented rice. In the early 19th century, sushi was a popular street food around Japan and is readily available anywhere in the country. This paved the way for the popularization of sushi as a fast food item in Japan. Sushi was made popular in the Western world when early Japanese immigrants to the US brought the recipe with them, and the influence spread out to other parts of the world. Here's how you can make sushi at home. You need 1 1/2 cups Japanese rice or sushi rice, 2 tablespoons rice wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon castor sugar, 4 nori sheets, 2 tablespoons mayonnaise, 1 cucumber cut into strips, 1 avocado thinly sliced, 1 medium carrot grated, and soy sauce to serve. You will also need a rolling mat for rolling the sushi roll. Start by placing the rice in a pot and rinsing it thoroughly. After rinsing, drain the excess water and place 1 1/2 cups of water in the pot. Bring the pot to a boil, then lower the heat and cook the rice for 10 to 12 minutes. When done, let it simmer for another 10 minutes. Next, take a sheet of nori and place it flat on the rolling mat. Wet your fingers a bit and take about 3/4 cup of rice mixture and spread it across the nori. Spread a layer of mayonnaise on the rice and top off with strips of cucumber, avocado, and carrot. Use the rolling mat to compress and roll everything up. Then slice the maki roll into 6 pieces. Repeat the same steps with the remaining ingredients, then serve with soy sauce. Fun fact! The California maki, a popular sushi roll with bits of mangoes, cucumbers, avocado, and crab sticks, is a fusion dish which was actually invented in Los Angeles, California, during the emergence of sushi restaurants in the US. That's all the time we have for this episode. But join us again next time as we give you more tips, more trivia, and more stories behind the food we all love. Be sure to check in next time for another serving of Food Stories.